AITAH for not stopping my wedding after the death of a family member? I am not Oop. Oop is you, Ryoshi Leon. Originally posted to our AITAH. AITAH for not stopping my wedding after the death of a family member? Trigger warnings. Death of a loved one. Verbal abuse. Less than. Original post January 10, 2024. For a bit of context, I have been no contact with my family. They were verbally abusive, and as soon as I could support myself, I cut them off. The only family member I'm close with is my sister, who is not no contact but also not close with my family. My family knew I was getting married that day because of my sister. I, 25F, recently got married to my husband, 25M. On the day of the ceremony, right before the reception, my sister, 27F, got a call from my mom stating that my paternal grandmother had just passed. My sister informed me of this and I simply said okay and carried on with getting ready. As a duty, my sister told me that she needed to go there and support my father. I told her that was fine by me, but also said that she should tell my family, if they ask, that I will neither be stopping my wedding for this nor be attending the funeral. She was fine with that, but apparently my family wasn't. I got many angry texts and missed calls from my family that they sent from my sister's phone. I was told by my sister that they were also berating and badmouthing me behind my back for caring more about a stupid event. Their words. Over the passing of a family member. Relevant comments. IMKILUNTA, your sister should not have told people you have no contact with about your wedding. That's a breach of trust. Your utter lack of concern over the death, if it wasn't fake just to screw with your wedding, is not a good look. But considering the history, your family harassing you after the fact is also ugly. And since you've decided to be NC with them, what do you care what they have to say about anything? And your sister seems to be a pot stirrer. Since she's reporting it all to you, tell her you don't care and don't want to hear anything more about them. Your sister is letting them use her phone to send you messages? I'd be blocking her number too. How much of any of this have you verified outside of what your sister is telling you? Have you looked to see if there's an obit? Something is fishy here. Oop, just a bit of info. I have blocked my family over all means of communication. I have mentioned in the post that they used my sister's phone to send the messages and to call me. Thanks for your honest opinion. I agree that I should have been a bit more concerned regarding a death, but I really don't care. Because my family is dead to me. Desert Bro NTA. However, you didn't need to have your sister give your opinion on the death at all. Confirmed with sister. That's it. You're NC with the rest. They don't need a message about anything. Oop, I had just told her in case while I am attending to the people I actually care about. They tell my sister to call up and ask me if I will be attending the funeral or even showing up and mourning. But I see what you mean. And NBSP. Update January 11th, 2024. Hello again everyone. Thank you so much for your wishes regarding my marriage and your advice. I have stopped sharing most of my personal information and about my life with my sister. You have helped me realize that she was just fueling the fire further. I hope someday we can reconcile, but for now, she will stay out of my business and I will keep her out of it. Just know that I couldn't respond to everyone's comments, but I have read them. And NBSP. This is a repost sub. I am not Oop. I was fully expecting that the person was alive and well, and the family lied about the death solely to screw with Op and get her to cancel her wedding purely to spite her. They used my sister's phone to send the messages and to call me. As much as I hope Oop and her sister can reconcile one day, Oop was absolutely right to cut her off. Everything she did in this situation was a huge breach of trust. Your utter lack of concern over the death, if it wasn't fake just to screw with your wedding, is not a good look. People who had a good family upbringing will never understand what it's like to have a family. That's so bad that you seriously don't care if one of them passes. They don't understand how fortunate they are. Reading the title, I was half expecting that it would be a family member had passed away directly at the wedding. I remember one time, while I was studying, somebody told me, "Hey, your uncle, my father's brother, is in the hospital and he's bad." I just said oh and then I continued studying. I don't understand what you're supposed to say when something happens to someone you don't have a relationship with. There's nothing. You just continue with your life. Good for her for cutting off her sister. What OP's sister did was really a betrayal to OP, especially with the abuse OP dealt with. Yet, the sister still fueled the fire. OP made the best choice to not stay in contact with her. There is a chance they can work things out again, but realistically, I don't see it happening. Sister is a flying monkey for her family. Best thing OP can do is keep her either NC. The sister really should have kept her mouth shut. During my wedding, my mother threw a couple tantrums about the seating. Apparently she wasn't given the seat with appropriate deference. Most people kind of just ignored her, but I really wish no one had told me until much later. It was unnecessarily stressful. This bride handled the whole thing so well, and the sister can go kick rocks for enabling that drama. Right before the reception, I'm no contact with much of my bio family for various reasons. But basically I'm not like them and they've ostracized me and abused me for that over my adult years. The commenters on the original post will never understand what that's like. We grieved them a long time ago and don't take the no contact lightly. OP wasn't being flippant about the death like she was accused. She'd simply already mourned them. The sister definitely told the mom when the wedding was. And the mom timed her call about the death to be in the middle of the wedding. If OP thinks any differently, she's nuts. The sister could easily have held this news until after the reception was over. Even the next day, the grandma is not getting any more dead. Instead, she attempted to choose chaos. My dad died 5 days before my wedding. I asked my family if I should put it on hold. Every single one of them said no. Got married. Day after next went to my dad's funeral. Why should OP care that some person died? She went NC with her family. Is she supposed to wallow over their death or something? I feel like if you got pushed so hard that you had to go no contact with your family or anyone, then you're already writing them off as dead and have emotionally detached yourself from them. So why should their death affect you? For a BORU, that was anticlimactic. I'm glad OP realized her sister was the issue, but I mean, for a BORU I find there's not enough drama. Lol. I guess I was looking for popcorn red. In the sense that you make popcorn and just watch everything unfold. I'll keep looking. Why did the sister give her phone to her family member? What was her thought process? I don't understand why you would stop anyway. Even if you were on good terms, if you felt you could proceed, I'd think that was best. I told her that she should tell my family, if they ask, that I will neither be stopping my wedding for this nor be attending the funeral. Sister, follow OP's request. Response from Reddit: your sister should not have told people you have no contact with about your wedding. That's a breach of trust. OP's brain goes, oh, okay Reddit, and then concludes, thank you so much for your wishes regarding my marriage and your advice. I have stopped sharing most of my personal information and about my life with my sister. I'm gonna guess why OP has such issues with her family. I get that the sister shouldn't let others use her phone to berate Op, and she shouldn't be relaying the drama to OP on her big day, but Op did tell her sister to relay the info that she wouldn't cancel her wedding for this death. I feel like Op could have just ignored the death and not have the sister say anything. So someone she isn't in any contact with dies the day of the ceremony. And they already were having a funeral? Or was she expected to cancel an entire event, lose all that money on non-refundables, and tell all of the people attending it was no longer happening because she was expected to go sit in someone's house to be sad? My beloved grandmother was in poor health around the time I got married. She told me in no uncertain terms if she died before it, she'd rather be put on ice than us cause any difficulties trying to make people choose or force me to cancel, delay. Literally said she would haunt my wedding lol. Thankfully she was able to attend. Maybe it's weird of me, but unless you're having a tiny wedding, or the bride and groom aren't dead, I think you hold a wedding no matter what. Why would you waste people's time, money, and energy trying to replan one specific day if someone outside the two are sick or have died, when the few people who would need to be by that person's side could miss out instead of the 100 or so who traveled and scheduled that one day for you? Or you honor that person by sharing memories and toasting them among others who you can mourn and commiserate with in a familial setting. The sis is so Seuss. Hope she goes NC with her as well. This seems pretty straightforward. For the life of me, I can't understand what other outcome was to be expected, honestly. The sister is problematic, however, and I think the Op was right to disentangle herself fully from the unnecessary drama.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.